Today we're going to talk about the conservatives on the Supreme Court preparing to gut Roe and Democrats' messaging surrounding that case and midterms more broadly. And I interview Pennsylvania's Democratic candidate for the U.S. Senate, John Fetterman, about Dr. Oz jumping into the race for Republicans and the need to eliminate the filibuster before it's too late. I'm Brian Tyler Cohen, and you're listening to No Lie. So I was going to use this time to talk about the implications of the latest Supreme Court argument and what's at stake with Roe, but I think if you watch this podcast, you understand that a woman deserves bodily autonomy. You understand that the government is not our church and our elected officials are not our priests, and we are not here to be proselytized by politicians who don't understand that their job isn't to shove their religious beliefs down the throats of people who don't share those religious beliefs. You understand all of that. I don't think anyone's coming here with a half-baked opinion on abortion. I think if there's one thing that I could probably take to the bank, is that you've probably made your minds up about that. So instead, I want to talk about what we are doing about it and what we should be doing about it. And what the Democrats are doing right now isn't much. The DSCC, the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, which is responsible for electing Democrats to the Senate, tweeted, "Elect Democrats to protect abortion rights." Dick Durbin, the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, tweeted, "Abortion is a constitutionally protected right, and the court should uphold this constitutionally protected right. Retweet if you agree." And the list goes on, but I mean, just with those two examples alone, from a messaging perspective, that ain't it. Those tweets, rightfully, made people really angry because, look, yes, the Supreme Court should uphold our rights, but retweet if you agree that judges who should do something but won't isn't going to do anything beyond give Dick Durbin a tweet with some retweets. And the Supreme Court isn't going to be like, well, look at that number of retweets. Damn it, Kavanaugh, we've got no choice. And as far as telling people to elect Democrats, we did. We turned out in record numbers in 2018, flipped the House, turned out again in record numbers in 2020, flipped the Senate and the White House. So what you can't do is tell people that the onus is on them to do the thing that they just did. And look, on a very basic level, the most basic level, sure, the DSCC is right. Electing more Democrats is the solution. Practically speaking, to pass anything, we need 60 votes in the Senate to overcome the filibuster. Or we need 50 senators willing to eliminate the filibuster. We don't have 60 senators to pass legislation outright, and we don't have 50 senators to eliminate the filibuster. We probably have, 48? So yeah, if we elect 2 more Democratic senators and we hold on to the House, then yes, we can enact our agenda. We can protect women's reproductive rights, we can pass the Women's Health Protection Act and codify Roe, and we can expand the court that would likely otherwise try to strike it down. But without that being clear, just telling people to do the thing that they just did isn't going to cut it. And so first and foremost, we need a plan, a cogent plan as far as messaging is concerned, because throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks with 11 months to midterms and 0 voting rights legislation on the horizon is a really shitty plan. So whatever that message is needs to be clear, concise, and coordinated, just like the Republicans have. And granted, their messaging isn't bound by facts or decency or any semblance of reality, but I'll tell you what, they can sell it. They can sell Build the Wall. They can sell Make America Great Again. They can sell high gas prices, and they do. And so first off, make it clear to people what the issue is. Yes, we have a 50-50 Senate, but the filibuster means that we need 60 votes to pass anything. We've got about 48 senators willing to eliminate the filibuster, so we elect 2 more and then we will codify Roe. We'll expand the court to make sure that they can't undo that law. We'll pass universal background checks. We'll enact climate change legislation. We'll pass a $15 minimum wage, elect a couple more Democrats, and we can finish the work that we've started. We're doing everything we can right now to pass the bills that you want passed, from vaccines to climate change to paid leave to universal pre-K to drug prices, but we are limited with what we can do right now. So let's finish the job and do the rest of what you sent us to Washington to do. At least explain that as a rationale to eliminate the filibuster, instead of just patronizing people about electing more Democrats while we're sitting here staring at Democratic majorities in the House, Senate, and White House. And second of all, use it to turn up the pressure on the people on our side who are actually blocking that progress. I'm sorry, but we don't need to unilaterally run cover for Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. We don't need 96% of Senate Democrats to be apologists for 4% of Senate Democrats. If Democrats in Washington are feeling a lot of pressure right now, focus that pressure where it belongs, with the holdouts, the moderates who seem more beholden to arcane Senate procedural tools than their constituents. And look, Will it work? Maybe, maybe not. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what would happen if there was actually a full court press on the mansions and cinemas of the party. Maybe Joe Manchin laughs it off because, let's face it, he's a Democrat in a plus 40 Republican state. But if Biden fought like hell, if Schumer fought like hell, if Pelosi, their colleagues, their constituents, then who knows? But we won't know if we just skip that part and instead bark at people that we should be doing more. You do more first. Because all of us seeing that you're willing to fight, even if we don't win, but seeing that you're willing to fight is going to have a bigger impact than just hoping we show up to elect more people who think retweet if you agree is a strategy to protect women from an assault on their bodily autonomy. The fact is that this is a fight worth having. It is a righteous fight and a popular fight and a necessary fight, but we have to share the responsibilities. We're willing to go to bat here, but we want to know that we're not the only ones. Okay, one quick note. I'm still raising money for voter registration through the Don't Be a Mitch Fund. We've already raised over $660,000, and we're closing in on our goal of $750K by the time 2021 is over. So if you want to help the people doing the work on the ground right now, if you want to help replicate the strategy that worked in Georgia, in states like Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, and North Carolina, and Arizona, and Florida, then donate just a few bucks because I promise it'll make a difference. There's a link right here on this screen or in the post description of this video. If we do the work now, then we'll see the benefits in November of 2022. Finally, to listen to my interview with Pennsylvania's John Fetterman about Dr. Oz jumping into the race for Republicans and the need to eliminate the filibuster before it's too late, click the thumbnail right here on this screen or check out the interviews playlist on my YouTube channel.